Okay, it's Christmas time. Everybody's either trying to upgrade their gear or buy something to stick under the Christmas tree and pretend some fat bearded pedophile looking guy with a red suit and reindeer put it there. Yeah, I'm a little crazy, yeah. Um, it's a video called Don't Drop Dollars and Dimes on Dinkies or You'll Be Depressed. I need to reiterate this because everybody keeps asking about these Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals on a Nikon D3000 series or D5000 series. Hey, buy a Nikon D3300 and get this shitty kit lens. Hooray, buy now. $250 off. And the answer to that is don't do it. Okay? What's the reason why? Well, I'll say that in a second. I've often said I'm a little strange, incredibly logical. I mean, I translate ancient Greek, used to be a Russian translator, expert in field theory. I'm definitely strange. I used to say that I'm like the human platypus in some of my videos. So, there's this chick that watches my videos, and she's awesome. Her name's Deb. I'm not giving out her last name. And she sent me a card. It says, you're like a platypus. Totally weird combination of genes that will never happen again. Very true, and thank you, Deb. That was very kind of you. Both insulting and very true. Of course, I'm the first one to insult myself in that regard. Anyway, don't buy a Dinky. I recently told you about the steal of a century. Now, yeah, this one. They both look exactly the same. This one I got new. It doesn't have a ton of mileage on it, and this one I bought as a Autorama as new factory refurb. Most of them are actually not refurbished. They are sent into Nikon. I hear also that Kamita Camera has these. So if Autorama runs out, you can always run to Kamita Camera. I don't know how many they have left. I have no connection to them. I'm getting no kickbacks. But why do you not want a Dinky? A Dinky being a 3000 or 5000 series Nikon. Well, superficially, they all come, let's face the fact, they come with a really crappy kit lens. Okay, that's point number one, why you don't want to buy it. Point number two, they do not have a screw drive on the lens for driving D-series Nikors, which do not have internal motors. See that little thing there that looks like a tiny flathead screwdriver sticking out? Contacts the back of the D-series lens, drives the lens. The actual motor, the drive, the autofocus is actually in the camera instead of in, like the G-series lenses, in the actual lens. Obviously, the more crap you put in the lens, the more stuff there is to break. G-series are fine, but they're more expensive, and there is a ton. There is 40 years of AI and AIS lenses and D-series Nikors to mount on these Nikon D7100s, and at $480 these are in. I got vertical battery grips on them, by the way. They're not this big, they're that big. So the second thing is that you can actually enter in non-CPU metering on the back of these and stick on older AI and AIS Nikkor lenses, and you're going to have to wing it on a D3000 or D5000 series. So the actual irony is that all these Black Friday and Cyber Monday crap deals on the Dinkies are a bad deal. So you're actually getting a cheaper camera, but the camera is more expensive. Well, what the hell does that mean? It means that those Dinky cameras have to use more expensive lenses. So ultimately, that camera that you thought you're going to save $150 on over, say, one of these, you're actually spending more for it because now you got to buy more expensive modern G-series Nikkor lenses. Dope. So these are cheaper, even though they're very little bit more expensive. Okay, you get it now? You know, 90% of your budget, depending on if you get 3 or 4 lenses, is in the lenses, not the camera. So these, if you spend another 100 and 130 bucks, depending on what the deal is on the Dinky, you're getting a cheaper camera. Not cheaper quality, a cheaper camera in price. So both of these are D7100s. These are vertical grips, by the way. The feedback has really been about 100% on people that have have bought this off my recommendation. Like I said, I got a pair of Nikon D3s, a pair of Nikon D810s, Nikon's flagship. people think, well, the Nikon D4S is the flagship. No, Nikon D4S is the flagship of photojournalistic cameras, which is only a 16 megapixel sensor. It has incredible low light performance. It's a $6,000 camera. Nikon's technical flagship camera for general shooting is the Nikon D810, and I've got a pair of those, and these are not really even 5% less than those. The actual color rendition that comes out of these from raw files and the Toshiba sensor and the 80 converters and the SNR firmware and the D7100 is exquisite. These are excellent cameras, and I don't think there's been a single one of you, except for one person that got a dud, but I don't think they got it from Adorama. They got it from someone else, and I never knew what happened from that. There's not been a single one of you that bought this D7100 and been unhappy with it, because it's not possible. I mean, it really is. I mean, unless you've got some sort of mental dysfunction, and you know, that could be the case. Like myself, I've got a screw loose, but that's due to many factors, including taking care of a dying wife, 10 years of cancer, and abuse and other things, you know. But hey, you know, I kind of get off topic sometimes. That's all actually part of the PTSD issue that I have. But anyway, I'm nice and kind. I sent off that lens I was giving away last week, by the way. I was actually just blowing off a few lenses before with the blower. You know, and of course, there's nothing like a good blowjob. No, I didn't say. Shh, cut that part out. I don't trust people that don't have a sense of humor. This video is not meant to be funny. It was meant to be very serious and logical. I do like to toss in a little bit of humor there. Anyway, so don't buy a Dinky. You know, so don't drop your dollars on a Dinky, and those are the reasons why. Because these D3000, 5000 series Nikons, they are more expensive, even though the camera is cheaper. Not my opinion, not my belief, not my conviction, not my personal opinion or doxa. It's a hardcore fact. So, like I said, I got no connection to Adorama at all. Most of your D7100s are showing up as less than like 100 shutter actuations. Like I said, most of them are not refurbs. They are they're display models and returns, and they all go back to Nikon. It checks them out 100%. Like if there's a little scratch on the rubber back here, it's replaced. So there's not anybody that I know of the many hundreds of people that bought DC100 refurb off my recommendation that said, oh, I got this camera, there's a scratch here, there's a scratch. Nobody said that. They all said the same thing. And it came in, it looks exactly like a frigging new camera. And that's right, it went through Nikon USA. Low shutter actuations. It does come with a short warranty, but I've told you the way around that if you live in the United States, how to get an extended warranty for really, really, really cheap. It's called a personal articles policy or an inland marine policy. So anyway, let me know if you got any questions on anything. And there's a little hair there. I thought it was a crack, but it's just a hair. I'm always losing the eyepieces off the back of these cameras, especially my D750. So anyway, that's the video in short. I flapped my lips a little too much. Oh well, deal with it. Happy holidays and all that other sort of crap. Bye.